Hi, I'm Hazel, and we're reporting again live from the Young Entrepreneurs Conference. And here with me is Goh Ai Ching, founder of Piktochart, one of the most amazing speakers today as well. How are you feeling?
Great. Really happy to be here.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So I'm sure everybody at home probably wants to understand a little bit more about you as well. You're from Penang, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And small town, big time tech startup. What is your advice to people who are probably in smaller areas or might not be exposed to so much? What is your advice to people with regards to conquering their challenges and achieving what you might have achieved in your pursuit?
Yeah, I think, well, at least for us, we actually flew back then, in the first year, we flew like twice per month to KL, to the point that some people was just like, you just open an office here, like don't be so stubborn, and we were like, no, we want to, keep trying. Penang has got something special, and plus there's something about KL that I'm not a big fan of, but I'm not a big city girl, but so I would say, keep getting those knowledge, but up to a certain point you would see that I actually stopped coming to KL. After the second year, I think I really needed to like continue focusing on the business, so we stopped coming, but basically, whatever you need to do at whichever stage of the company, you have to travel. If you have to travel, you have to travel. If you need to get out, you need to. And if you need to build the business in the office together with the team, you do that.
Yeah. So basically, no excuses, huh?
Yeah.
No excuses. Fantastic. Yeah. And I think one of the things that really inspired me about what you were saying was that you had a medical situation and that really woke you up. Mm-hmm. And the question that you had after you woke up was, what do I want to leave behind? Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so for me at least, and I don't just see this with myself. I see a lot of my friends like suffering from, like, you look so happy, like we want to work for you, like, and they say things like that, and I feel like that pent up like frustration around work and not knowing how to like let it out can really become something very significant. And I also realized that in that short time that I was trying to prove myself in that first job, I missed out on a lot of things, relationships, my friendships, relationships my friends suffered, and just different things like that. And when I came out of it, I was like, do I want this seriously for another 40 years? Like, would I be prepared to pay the price? Yeah. And I was like, if I can, I want to choose a way that I don't have to, where relationships, where families, where my community, where all of the things that matter to me are still primary and the most, or the top of my list. So that was for me, at least. Yeah.
So you woke up and you realized that relationships and time with your family is non-negotiable, and you want to do something where you can contribute back to them as well.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And what is your advice to the people who are not here today, who are aspiring entrepreneurs and might need a few tips from you? What would your advice be to them?
I still, I went and I talked about like, what's your legacy? And people usually think about that. And somebody actually came up to us, and he was pretty senior in Alliance Bank. He was like, I'm so surprised you said that in your speech. Like, you don't look that old, to have like gone through that. But the usual advice is, if you think about yourself, if you can, imagine yourself at your deathbed for whatever reason it is, and what you want to leave behind. Like, what is it? The business? And yes, it can be the business for a lot of people. That might have been their answer. Yeah. But mine was more to do with, I wanted a balance in my family, in my career, in my relationship, and my role as a wife. I just wanted balance in all of them.
Yeah. Fantastic. So do you believe that we can have it all?
I think no, in some sense. For me, at least, there were certain things that I cut off, and if we really wanted to take this like crazily, we would have taken the advice of all of our investors. Take the money, go to Silicon Valley, start an office there, hustle day and night, work like 18 hours per day. Like that is the common advice, but that was the one we didn't take. And I'm sure that the company isn't, like maybe it isn't 10x or 100x of what we could have been. But that was a choice, and a very deliberate one, that I made for the life that I wanted also.
Yeah, that's really important, I think, as well, to be able to stay away from all these extra advice and stick to the core of who you are, who you want to be by the time you reach your deathbed. So thank you so much. This is Goh Ai Ching again from Piktochart. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you.